Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome. So let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about how to center and balance yourself. Now, the last time we talked about why and how, right? No, we talked about why, like what is the benefit and what are the purposes that you want to balance yourself. So now we're going to talk about like how do you do that, right? So there are a few ways you can do that, okay? It's all up to you. In order to ground yourself, right? Balancing yourself is kind of like, and centering yourself, it's kind of like keeping yourself calm and staying in the moment. Okay, like you're scanning yourself, scanning your body, your feelings, whatever you feel throughout your body, thoughts that are coming into your mind, right? You're scanning it constantly, especially if you feel overwhelming or intense feelings, right? Or reaction to something or someone, right? So that's one way you can do that, by just staying focused within yourself, like what are thoughts that are going on in your mind, whether it's you doing something, interacting with someone, or experiencing a situation, or if you're just sitting there watching TV or doing nothing. You want to constantly pay attention to the thoughts that are coming into your mind, and also trying to understand the thoughts, like what is it that is making you feel certain type of way, or why, or how, or all of that. So that's a great way to stay in the moment and practice centering and balancing yourself. When you practice that over and over and over, what that do is help you be just living in the moment, being there. So you're balanced. You're not, it's not like you're feeling emotion down here and you're thinking 10,000 thoughts and you're reacting a whole different way that doesn't align up with your thoughts or emotions, right? That's what balancing yourself is. Basically trying to align yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, right? Um, Another great way, one of my favorite ways and what helped me is meditating. Okay? Now, meditating doesn't mean you have to dress up like a guru or go somewhere fancy in the nature or sit crisscrossed or whatever that pose that gurus do, right? It's none of that, okay? You can literally sit on your sofa, you can lay on your bed, you can go outside in the nature, whatever. But the purpose and what you're doing when you're meditating, it's sitting there in silence. It's the hardest thing to do, especially when you first start doing it. Like sitting there in silence and allowing your thoughts to come and go. Not to pay attention and asking why or what or how or trying to understand the thoughts, but letting it go. But that's the hard part, because you think about something and you're trying to like break it down in your mind, okay? Like when you tell yourself no, you try to do it quietly, but it's to catch that quiet thoughts and or to constantly think and trying to expand on it within yourself, those thoughts that come in, right? It's literally simply letting them go. It's like you're watching these words, right, which are thoughts in your mind or scenarios or whatever, just come and go. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. It takes a while, okay? It takes even longer to try and get to the point where it's blank. Like you can literally sit there and feel yourself and feel your environment or your emotion or fully be there. Like that takes a while, but eventually as you're practicing letting your thoughts go, your mind is going to gradually quiet down. Less and less thoughts, okay? Another way you can do it, instead of watching your thoughts, you can try to blank your mind. Try to have no thought. Now, that is really hard, okay? That's even harder. But to me, I practiced both, and that's kind of like a quicker way to get to that point of quieting your mind, right? You're already teaching your mind how to be blank instead of gradually getting there slowly, right? The thoughts will come, okay? But you let it go. It'll come, you let it go, and you focus on blankness. Imagine like a blank white wall, if you will, or just a beautiful sight of mountains and trees, right? Or imagine yourself being the tree, being the ocean. Now that's a whole different meditation and feelings, okay? We can get into that next time, but yeah, you can do that. That's another way to meditate and balance yourself. Another great way is having a routine and a habit, right? Practicing whatever bad habit you have, substitute in for a good habit, right? For something that is more productive, that gives you more pleasure, right? Keeping a routine, I wake up in the morning, do my workout, eat my breakfast, meditate, get in the shower, get dressed, all of this. And even from the moment you wake up, you wake up, you sit there, lay down and meditate, get up and do your bed, and do the rest of the other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like having those type of routine habits that already like you were practicing to be settled, right? Instead of like waking up and the phone randomly rings, you pick up. Like, don't pick up your phone. Have a rule. Like for me, no. I wake up and I lay there and I'm in bed, the phone ring, I'm not answering. And I'm not calling you back until I do all my other routines, right? So instead of waking up, answering the phone and laying there and turning on the TV and 1,000 million thoughts and crazy ideas have already entered your mind, and then you get up and do I want to eat? Should I take a shower first or work out, eat, then talk on the phone? Like just random things makes your mind think of random thoughts constantly, right? So you want to have a settled routine that gives your body a practice to be at a certain pace, to be in a certain feeling, right? Eventually your mind catches on to that, right? You have a certain routine. Your mind is like, okay, we're focusing on this, and this, because this is what we do in the morning. It stays on a, leveled out altitude with like your thoughts and your emotion, like all of that, it goes hand in hand, okay? And some of these things, like, we really can explain it. A lot of people like I'm trying to explain it, but it's one of those things, like, when you experience it for yourself, you really won't have word for it, but like the feeling is outrageous, okay? Like, so that's another way you can balance yourself. So that's just quite a few easy and self-doable things you can do. Now, it is hard. It's not going to be easy. You're going to sit there and don't even try to do this for 20 minutes. If you're a beginner, don't try to do it for 20, for 10. None of that. Just try, even if you can do it for 2 minutes, even if you have to start at 1 minute and like work your way up. And then for a week, stay consistent with at least 5 minutes and just keep working your way up there, okay? But to do this, you think you're going to get into it and do it for 20, 30 minutes? No. You're going to get frustrated with yourself. You're going to feel like it's pointless, and you're going to give up. So stay consistent, stay focused, and your balance and center will find you. Thank you, beautiful people, for being here with me. I love feeding your soul, and I love to learn from you. So do your thing, and I'll see you soon. I love you, beautiful people.